Hello, friends, frenemies, and fellow truth seekers. Thanks for taking a few minutes to drop by and listen to what I have to say. I want to share with you what to expect over the coming days, and certainly by the end of the year, at least if the emissary's words and the zetas that she has been speaking to are correct. But I do know that the power structure of this planet has been working in tandem with their expectations of this first cataclysm that will bring in the end times, as many of you would call them. Now, of course, this is doom and gloom. That is something that we have to expect, though. It's just the way that it is. However, it will be a time of opportunity. There will be a lot of challenges, but there will be opportunity as well. And not everyone is going to perish. They are called tribulations for a reason. So, within a few days, as the supply chain shortage becomes so glaring as to be ineffective, when the ground begins to shake beneath you, wherever you are, and most places on Earth you will feel this. Ironically, it may not take that long, over the course of a day certainly, by the time the tectonic plates and the continents have shifted somewhat, as they have in the past, and we have ample record of this. But after it's all over and done with, many people will be surviving because of the circumstances of what is happening. This violent shaking, these earthquakes, as long as people know ahead of time to be prepared and to remain outside of any substantial building that could collapse in and of itself and leave you in a heap of rubble. So when you begin to feel this, if you go outside and make sure you're in a clearing, you'll have a much better chance of surviving this. The people that will be washed over by a tsunami wave in Western Europe, I'm sorry, just the mere thought of it sometimes is enough to, it's incalculable, the suffering. And to think that almost, 8 billion people now are being misled about this, it goes to show you how substantial the investment in mass media and the mass thought control system has been. So, just the rantings of some strange fellow on YouTube, just as all the others, probably a Trump supporter, or an Antifa leftist, depending on your point of view. No, this is something that will affect everyone. It's just so hard to talk about. There's just so much to bemoan because we could be doing something, but you have to understand that they felt that they couldn't do that, that the damage that would come from having to do it that way would be incalculable, and it would cost a lot more, and we would already be in a lockdown situation and enduring martial law. But that is what is to be expected after this event occurs, and it will all unfold over a 24-hour period, allegedly. So when you begin to feel this, you know that if you're in North America, that if you're in Western Europe, you should be in your safe place by 2 to 3 hours after that, 2 hours if you can. But these are the important things to note, is the amount of time that you'll have, the understanding of what is happening, so that you haven't been misled into thinking that somehow it's a Russian nuclear tsunami bomb. No, that's one of the potential paradigms that will be broadcast, at least as a possibility, because the public can never know that they have known all along about this. But they're going to sail the show right off the cliff, and that's what I'm here to share with you. If there's any intel that you've been waiting for, it's the understanding that the white hats and black hats have come to some understanding whereby both of them together will guide the descent into chaos that will be necessitated by this tectonic shift, the new Madrid Adjustment, technically, which will in turn cause the mega-tsunami that will wash over Western Europe. The entire African plate will roll southward, but you can go to zetatalk.com and read for yourself. The question is whether you can believe what you're reading. And if I didn't know that the powers that be in the day-to-day human world we all inhabit weren't guiding their actions by what was said on that website, and has been doing so, then it's understandable if you haven't been paying attention. But that is where you can learn the differences. Anyway, this is not the time or the place, just to let you know that there are many different sources that have been able to confirm and corroborate events such as I'm describing, and such as you've been warned about by other people. You know that many people are preparing. You can watch them. So many good ones. I won't give them a shout out because there's so many good ones. And I watch them all. And even if they won't endorse what I'm saying, I endorse what they're saying. And I'm hoping that everyone has been preparing. All of us can stand to be prepared a little bit better. Especially spiritually. Just to be braced for what is coming, because the randomness of the event, it shouldn't make you feel hopeless or too much of a sense of despair, but just to be understanding that the randomness will not be singling you out because of any factors that are beyond your control. So, I wish all of us Godspeed, good luck.